Yes, I know I've been reviewing way too many really expensive keyboards recently, especially in this economy when getting even a single stick of memory for the system is a sign of real wealth and luxury. But now we have something a bit more budget with the new OK-M line from Ducky. Basically everything you like about the general Ducky design philosophy, but in a much more affordable package. And available in 3 sizes. This right here is a 98, but it's also available in a 75 and 65% variants. Opening it up without much ceremony, we just have some, well, very basic documentation, but of course the star of the show is right here. Now, it is available in 2 different color schemes right now, so you can either get this one, which is a blend of black and blue, kind of like you saw in the box, or you can get a full black one if you're allergic to color. Though given the way I dress in most of my videos, I probably shouldn't be talking. And well, here it is. Let's get the feet up and see what a typing experience is like. Now, in terms of your switch choices, you either get the KTT Red Wine, which are your linear choice, or the Baby Blues, which are, well, as you can guess from the name, the tactile choice. However, if you don't like either, well, don't worry, because all of the switches are hot swappable. So yes, if you want to get into the whole keyboard customization game, but are scared away by the prices, well then this right here is your go-to. So what I have right here is the reds. I mean, I gotta say, I used to be a red guy, but I've switched over to tactiles and I just haven't been the same since. And I like they're fine, like they're actually fine. The noise they make is also pretty decent, as you can hear. But I don't know, just something about a click. But again, the great thing is that it is fully customizable. And in terms of the comfort, it'll probably do with a wrist rest because my hands are at quite a bit of an angle right here, as you can kind of see, especially when you have them up on their feet. So something right here would very much be recommended. In terms of the layout itself, I mean, one thing I already see that's missing is any kind of dedicated print screen button here, which is a bit of a shame. You do at least have this right here for your media controls or whatever else. You can also click down on it. What I do like is that it still has a numpad, so you have that, but it's still a lot more compact than so many other keyboards. I mean, just look at the size comparison between my daily driver G915 and this thing right here. I mean, you still get most of the things you need. Again, I'm kind of salty about there being no dedicated print screen button, but it's still so much more compact. So if you're one of those people who are limited on space, then this is a perfect middle ground right here. I mean, you know my opinions on keyboards without a numpad by now. I don't think they're even keyboards. Flipping the whole thing around, there we have a nice little spot to store your USB Type-A dongle, which is pretty nice. Then you also get Type-C right here for charging or a wired connection, as well as also a switch between 2.4 gig and Bluetooth, as well as also a Windows and iOS switch. That is such a weird thing. What else do we have in the box right here? We do have the cable itself. It's nothing too interesting. It's not braided. It's not like a special color. It's the most basic ever USB Type-A to C cable you can imagine. You also get another one of these. I have so many of them at this point. They're just little keyboard brushes with the Ducky character on them. And also a key/switch puller, because again, hot swappable, so you need one of those. Okay, having a look at the RGB effects, as you can see, the keycaps themselves do not let any light through. It's like on some keyboards where the characters are translucent. Here, it's just the gaps between all of the keys that emit all of the light. However, beyond that, you also get these small RGB effects on the sides, which depending on the material of your desk, will also bounce off of it a bit. It is controlled via the VIA online software. So what it means is that you don't need to get yet another app for your PC taking up that precious memory. Just kind of using it a bit more, it does bend and warp a bit when I do this right here. I am kind of scared of breaking it almost. Again, this is a cheaper keyboard made of cheaper materials. You won't really have to worry about it unless, I don't know, you just like doing this to your keyboard for fun. Or maybe if you just get really annoyed after losing a game or whatever. Pretty much the only other nice touch I can point out here is just this kind of silver Ducky logo right here. But apart from that, I mean, it's just a very basic keyboard where there isn't too much else to really comment on. Apart from, of course, the price. You can get the 98% variant for $90, 75% for $80, or the 68% one for $70 right now. That is of course one big breath of fresh air compared to so many of the other keyboards I've reviewed recently. And for that price you get, I mean, pretty much everything you could ever care about in a keyboard. Pretty much everything that might annoy you in it is some of the layout choices, even in the biggest of the three variants. But I mean, apart from that, like, what else is there to complain about? The fact it doesn't come with a wrist rest, or you can get one of those yourself, and hey, if you don't like the switches on this thing, well, you can just always swap them out later down the line as well. So it's a pretty competent product for what you get, though again, just manage your expectations based on that price. So if you want to get it yourself, then our links to it will be down in the video description below, alongside our Patreon, because even a single $1 a month truly goes a long way. Plus, huge thanks to Gavin Burns, Justin Rage, Lavronyak, Badashro, Kanala Pseudonym, Mix, Machine, Allcroft, and Mason Magruder. But anyway, that's all it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.